New York Arrows indoor soccer. This afternoon, the Pittsburgh Spirit take on the New York Arrows. The New York Arrows are brought to you by Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. Your New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut Buick dealers. Now more than ever, if you price a Buick, you'll buy a Buick. Chemical Bank, the chemistry's just right and chemical. Arby's featuring the new delicious deli specialty sandwiches from Arby's roast beef restaurant. Betamax featuring a full line of video cassette recorders from Sony, the one and only. Ultra Seal, the ultimate in automotive protection product sold nationally by new car dealers only. And Skoal, Copenhagen and Happy Days, moist, smokeless tobaccos. A pinch is all it takes. And hello, everybody. This is Steve Albert along with Roy Messing, and welcome to the Nassau Coliseum. This afternoon, the Arrows and the Spirit going at it for the second time this year. In the first confrontation, just about 9 days ago, the Arrows won convincingly by the score of 10-5. The Arrows continue their success story, Roy. They are 8-1, and Steve Jungle continues his torrid pace, 31 goals in the first 9 games. The big question, what do you do for an encore? And I guess if anybody's got the answer to that question, it's Mr. Jungle and the New York Arrows.
And I don't think Steve's going to give anybody that answer. You can't stop him now. He's on a roll. The team's been home for a week, and everybody's in a good mood. They're up for this game, and I don't think that spells good news for the Pittsburgh Spirit.
The Spirit cannot be taken lightly. They've got some firepower, beginning with a fellow by the name of Stan Terlecki, who's the second leading scorer in the MISL behind the scoring machine, Steve Jungle.
Steve's done quite well, and everybody in the press is comparing the two of them, but I think that's just going to make Steve Jungle all the more up for this game. We're going to look to Jungle to show Terlecki up tonight.
How does brother Shep feel going into this afternoon's game? He'll be in goal for the Arrows this afternoon.
Shep's in a great mood. He's very conscious of the fact that Pittsburgh played last night and had a 2-1 game. Shep wants to show everybody that he can get a low score like that too tonight. Shep's up.
That low-scoring game, Krys Sobieski was in goal for the Pittsburgh Spirit. He had to have a whale of a game. He only gave up 1 goal only in the first quarter yesterday.
I'm sure he had a great game, but he did it against the Cleveland Force, and tonight he's in the Nassau Coliseum against the New York Arrows. It's not the same thing.
Now, coming off of a game such as that, such a low-scoring game, 2-1, do you look for a more explosive afternoon here at the Coliseum?
Most of the time, in the past in the league, that's what we see. A low-scoring game is usually followed by a wide-open game and a high-scoring game, and usually that's very exciting for the fans.
All right, we're getting ready for this afternoon's kickoff between the New York Arrows and the Pittsburgh Spirit. We'll be back with the first quarter right after these messages.
Holiday greetings from Budweiser. People who bring you Budweiser wish you and yours a happy and safe holiday season.
New York, shopping capital of the world, with almost as many shops and department stores as there are people. Yet of all the places there are to shop, there is perhaps no better place than Chemical Bank. Invest $5,000 or more in any chemical savings account, and we'll give you a gift certificate for gimbals worth $25. So if you want to save when you shop, shop where you save. Chemical Bank.
Hey, Joe, where did you get the new Buick? Borrow it? Nope, bought it. It's a Buick Skylark with front-wheel drive. It's got everything I wanted but didn't think I could afford until I shopped around. The Skylark gave me a whole lot more for a lot less money than a Toyota, Datsun, or Honda, and I got immediate delivery.
Yeah, but what about mileage?
26 cities, 41 on the highway. Say, is that the car you just bought?
No, it's a loaner.
Oh.
If you price a Buick, you'll buy a Buick at your New York, New Jersey, Connecticut Buick dealers now.
A phenomenon that's puzzled me is why some people settle for the ordinary when they could have the extraordinary. Perhaps its cause is simply a lack of knowledge. Fortunately, I've never had that problem. So choosing a home videotape recorder was relatively easy. I chose the Sony Betamax, for when I observed how it performed so many complex technological functions with such ease and simplicity, I no longer saw a machine. I saw genius.
The genius of Betamax, only from Sony.
Arby's, what
roast beef restaurants, the champs of roast beef, and the New York Arrows, the champs of indoor soccer, would like to make you a hometown hero, and it's fun and easy. If you're between 8 and 12, just register at a participating Arby's. Every week, Arby's will pick winners who will be their guests at an Arrows home game. They'll compete in Arby's hat-trick shootout, score 3 goals in the best time, and you win first prize. A $250 shopping spree at Herman's World of Sporting Goods. There are big second and third prizes, too. Arby's hat-trick shootout, it's for kids!
Roast beef restaurant. So the Pittsburgh Spirit and the New York Arrows meeting for the 11th time. This year, the Arrows have won 9 out of the first 10.
Located at Gate 9.
Don Popovich,
during today's game. MAXWELL is open to fans of all ages.
who is considered the most successful coach in professional sports.
Referee for today's game is
Krys Sobieski will be in goal for the Pittsburgh Spirit. Had a good game last night against Cleveland, as we talked about, and of course Shep Messing will be in goal. Shep coming off the excellent performance against the Buffalo Stallions a week ago, a game you saw here on Channel 9. The officials this afternoon, the referee is Herb Silva from Chesterfield, Missouri. He's on the left. And the alternate referee is Bill Maxwell out of Geneseo, New York. So we're getting ready for the opening kick. The Arrows trying to make it 9-1. The Spirit trying to make it 7-3. Playing the New York zone, Renato Cila, watched by Stan Terlecki, who is second in the league in scoring with 30. Make that 17 goals and 13 assists, 30 points.
And he goes for the New York Arrows, number 1, Shep Messing.
Jungle lofting it into the far corner for Cila. And it is gobbled up quickly by Sobieski, who gave up just 1 goal in yesterday's game, his first start of the year. That's an impressive debut.
That's a tremendous debut for a goalkeeper, especially in the indoor soccer league. But I think you'll see that Krys is he'll need some time to adapt to this indoor game. We saw right away his first distribution way off the mark. He's got to learn that he's in a confined space here and he must find feet to start the attack.
All right, it's Greg Ostalchik. Sends it into the Arrow zone. Here's Ostalchik, top of the penalty area. Jungle plays off the boards now for DeRico. And Cila starts up. Omar Gomez, number 9, down to Luis Alberto. Tackled off the play by Ostalchik. The Spirit, coached by John Kowalski, the youngest coach of the MISL at the age of 30. Pass on the far side for John O'Hara, All-America at the University of Pittsburgh, a local product. And the Arrows take over. No score just underway. DeRico leaves it for Jungle, who has 31 goals. 20 assists, leads the league in scoring with 51 points. They say at this pace, he would score 152 points as opposed to 108 last year. Alberto knocks it back to Cila. Angle shot is off the mark. Kicked off into the far corner. Mickey Cave can't control, but the Spirit come out of their own zone with it.
It's a good opportunity for Cila. What's more important was the shot off the boards, opened it up for Jungle on the back post.
Terlecki lets fly. Ostalchik in front. Saved by Shep Messing with a little help from Cila.
Cila put enough pressure on Ostalchik. He couldn't get off a good shot. We'll take a look at it. Good shot off the boards. Now he comes in. He's got it on his foot, but there's too much pressure. He just gets a flick of the toe, and Shep's right there to make the save.
And back to live action with Ostalchik controlling. Back on the near side to Dave MacKenzie, who played soccer and hockey at Colgate University. It comes around. Terlecki trying to play the carry, but Messing equal to the task once again.
Good save. Pittsburgh's being very patient. I think that's what makes for a contained game. If it's not on, they come back.
Ostalchik playing the bank. Rebound, score. The rebound put in, and it's 1-0 Spirit. The goal for Stan Terlecki. Terlecki with his 18th of the year.
Take a look at this goal, Steve. It was well set up. It's a good indoor goal. Ball is played off the board. Shep comes out, trying to get a piece of it. Kitson was sold on the play and leaves it over the net. We'll get a better angle of it here. It comes off the board. Shep just gets a piece of it. Kitson had already come across, and this leaves a wide open net for Terlecki. Can't miss a goal from there.
Time for the goal, 2 minutes, 30 seconds of the first quarter.
So 2:30 the time. Terlecki's 18th from Ostalchik to make it 1-0 Pittsburgh. But this is nothing new, Roy. The Arrows going behind early, but usually it's that big explosion sometime.
They've been doing it in the last few games, and I think it's hard on Coach Popovich, to sit back and watch them drop 3 down and then come back in the second half. But we'll see how they'll go about it tonight.
Just keeping everybody in suspense.
Hey, the game's here for entertainment, isn't it?
A lot of dramatics. Tremendous save by Sobieski.
A great individual effort by Tushka. A lot of strength from him. He keeps ball control, fakes the shot, brings the defender across, and brings it onto his left foot. And pow, right to the goalkeeper. He's cut down the angle. It's a good save by Sobieski.
Point blank range. Val Tuchka firing it in. Here he goes again. This time a pass intended for Kitson was knocked away by the Pittsburgh defense. And coming ahead is Paul Child, number 12, being marked rather tightly by Mr. Tuchka in front of that Arrows bench. And the Arrows take over.
Yeah, Paul was pushing him off with a Paul is a very strong player, and he's to be looked out for in this indoor league. He scores a lot of goals. Scored a lot of goals in the NASL indoor, and they're looking for him to do well in the MISL.
He is indeed the second leading scorer in the history of the NASL. He was with Atlanta last year, originally from England. Here's Tuchka again on the attack to Stranisser. Rebound on a back heel by Jungle.
Number 13, Gene Stranisser.
Acrobatic move.
Again, Steve's brilliant at reading the rebound off the boards, and he was there right in the crease to get an open shot on goal. Sobieski had the angle cut down. It was an easy save for him.
Bill McNichol, number 9. By the way, we'll be chatting with Gene Stranisser. Gene with the ball right there. Kicked it over to Jungle. A lead pass to Kitson. Kitson closing it. He scores! And we're all tied at 1. Paul Kitson, who had 4 goals against the Pittsburgh Spirit in Pittsburgh the last time they met.
Sobieski doesn't know what to say now. Not much he could do in that goal. Steve Jungle gives an absolutely unbelievable ball to Paul Kitson. He doesn't even break stride and gets it on the back post. Brilliant goal from Paul. Watch the ball from Jungle right into stride. The goalkeeper comes to the near post to cover the boards in the near post, and Paul, nice and powerful but accurate, right on the back post. There's no room to spare. Beautiful goal from Paul Kitson.
Boy, that's number 12 on the year for Kitson, who scored twice within 26 seconds last Friday at Pittsburgh. Steve Jungle picks up another point with the assist, his 21st assist. He now has 52 points, and we're all knotted up.
You know, that's the important thing. I think Jungle and Kitson are starting to develop a real nice understanding out there. We'll see them combine for a lot of shots. Each one will draw a lot of attention in the game and open it up for the other player. So it's important that they establish that type of an understanding.
Paul, who had 7 game-winning goals last year with the Chicago Horizons, which was second to Jungle's 13. Paul from England. Here come the Spirit, led by Terlecki, who has the Spirit goal. A left footer is deflected wide. Comes around to Stranisser, who I started to say we'll be chatting with at halftime. Gene, a very soft-spoken, humble veteran at the age of 36, the elder statesman on this Arrows team.
Soft-spoken, but he's a hard defender. You don't like to go up against Gene Stranisser out there.
He is in unbelievable condition. Nicky Megaludis. Mickey Cave came together with Steve Jungle. And now Terlecki recaptures for the Spirit. Tied at 1, 9:40 left in the first. Here's a steal off the break by Kitson. And MacKENZIE now recovers for the Spirit. Long pass to the other side to Mickey Cave, number 10. Over the shoulder now for Terlecki, watched and marked closely by Stranisser. And now MacKENZIE back at midfield. Dumps it in, but Stranisser starts out for the Arrows. Feeds it over to Jungle on the near side, and Jungle accelerating. Can't get past MacKENZIE. It winds up in the seats.
Very good defensive play by MacKENZIE. Jungle was showing to go to his right and flicked the ball to his left, but Dave was very alert. We'll take a look at it. Jungle brings his body across to the right, making MacKENZIE think that's the way he'll go, but he flicks the ball to the left, trying to go around it. MacKENZIE just gets the foot out. Very good play.
Megaludis down to Gazonis out there for the first time. He had a nice game against Buffalo last Sunday. Here he is, number 6, Billy Gazonis. Taps it over to Jungle. Jungle now zeroing in and sends one off the glass. Mark Liverich going down. There's Liverich, number 10, with O'Hara. Liverich tried to put it out in front right on the doorstep, but the goalkeeper, Sobieski, equal to the task. 1-1, 8:45 to go on the first. Here's a Stolchik, who assisted on the Terlecki goal.
There have been a lot of comparisons in the press between Terlecki and Jungle, but they are in many ways different kinds of players. Jungle likes to play up front as the point man, and Terlecki likes to come out of the midfield and be set up for his goals.
Last Sunday, Jungle with 5 goals and 3 assists. He scored 5 goals in one game on 12 different occasions in the 3+ years in the MISL. Good play by Megaludis to get it clear. Now here's George Katakalitis over to Mark Liberich, who gets the step on Ostalchik. Now he closes in. Jungle on the give and go, intended back for Liberich. It comes loose, but he shoots wide, just wide. Jungle tried to dive it into the goal with a header.
That was really pretty incredible. We'll take another look at it. First shot, we have Liberich on the ball. He's a left-footed player. He'll play it into Jungle. They try and work a wall pass, but the defender's there. Jungle gets tripped up as he's coming across the box, and you'll see him just as he's going down get a head on the ball.
A kamikaze move by Steve Jungle. Now that is really using your head. MacKenzie at midfield, a 1-1 tie, 7.5 to go in the first. Liberich on the steal. And now Jungle using his speed. Gets it off to the far boards to Liberich. Marked by Cave, who backheeled it down. Here's Terlecki, 2 against 2. Terlecki looking to cut to his right, is tripped up by Dorico, and Gazotis takes it away. Good defense by the Arrows. Now here's Jungle at midfield. Jungle takes the scenic tour into the Pittsburgh zone, up against his man MacKenzie. Now Gomez with the drive. It's off the mark. And it comes back to the red line where Cila puts it on the toe of Gomez. And it was broken up.
Chila likes to go forward. He's a defender that likes to attack, and the other players on the Arrows know it. So when they receive a ball for Chila, they're always looking to see what he's going to do next, where his run's going to take him.
Renato Cila, one of 4 original Arrows, along with Shep Messing, Steve Jungle, and Luis Alberto. And there's a sky ball off the deflection. So with 6:41 to go in the first, it's the Arrows 1, the Spirit 1. We'll be back with more action right after this message.
This Bud's for that first day on the job.
This Bud's for you, for all you do. The king of beers is coming through.
Yeah, just for you, that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
For all you do.
This Bud's for you.
Here's how I talked my husband into Buick's little limousine. First, I pointed out how elegant it looks. I mean, just look at it. Then I showed him how cushiony and comfortable it feels inside. And I said, just consider how economical the Regal is to drive. I was very convincing. The only problem is, now that I've talked him into it, I can't seem to talk him out of it.
Hi.
Hi.
At your New York, New Jersey, Connecticut Buick dealers now.
Play in front of the Arrows. Goal was Shep Messing. Bottled up in the corner, but play was stopped, fortunately. 1-1 tie, 6:14 off the direct free kick for the Arrows. Cila steps into high gear and backheels it over now. Here's Alberto into Jungle. Back to Alberto. Luis getting some room and fires it up over the crossbar.
Luis can really surprise you. You always expect to see what he's going to do, where he's going to go, who he's going to pass to. But when he sees the opening, he'll crank a shot, and he can shoot at times.
The man who assisted Steve Jungle on the winning goal against St. Louis in the championship game last year with 30 seconds to go.
The right time to do it.
Pretty good timing on the part of Mr. Alberto. Arrows take over with Gomez leading the attack. Liberich on the left, Cila on the right. Here's Liberich. Long pass for Cila. Cila racing. Banks it off the boards, but nobody able to corral it. Comes back to the neutral zone for David Dorico. A New Jersey product, Parkwood College. Good play by Alberto to keep it alive, but the Spirit take over. A 1-1 tie, 5:10 left in the first. The Arrows trying to make it 6 in a row, second of a 5-game homestand on Sunday. A week from today, they'll play the Kansas City Comets here at the Coliseum, a 2 p.m. start. Kansas City with their new coach, Pat McBride.
Kansas should be an exciting team to watch. The new coach, Pat McBride, is from St. Louis. He's brought a lot of new players with him, and he likes to bring young American players. It should be an exciting team to watch.
All right, here's Val Tuccio, almost scored in the early moments of the ball game. Almost a great assist. Alberto just didn't have enough foot behind it.
Yeah, Luis got into good position behind defender Paul Toomey, and if he'd just gotten the right touch on it, it would have been in the back of the net.
Thibaut Molnar, number 8, the former Arrow, scoots it up off the boards. Now here's Bill McNichol playing it off the boards, and he gets it right back, but outraced by Val Tuccia, and a whistle by the referee Herb Silva.
Yeah, he gave McNichol the benefit of the doubt, but Bill usually has a good turn of speed, but Val, when you get the inside shoulder on him, usually he'll ride you off the ball, and the referee felt that he used a little too much pushing to get there.
Arrows 9-1 lifetime against the Pittsburgh Spirit. There's a foot save by Shep Messing, who might have hurt his wrist in the process, or his hand.
I think he hurt his hand banging up against the boards. We'll take a look at it in the replay. This is an excellent save by Shep. Nice flick on by Billy McNichol, and T-Bar goes to the back post. That's the most difficult here for the goalkeeper. Shep gets a hand on it, but as he fell, I'm sure he banged that wrist up against the boards.
Billy McNichol on Corky, and here's a guy who turned pro in Glasgow, Scotland at the age of 14. He's had some experience. Paul Child drills it over the crossbar.
Watch your back.
Shep will pick it up with McNichol on the doorstep. Whips it all the way down to Gomez. Hartenheimer is defending number 6. Here's Gomez. Leverage skies it into the blue seats.
It was a good opportunity for Mark. He wants to use his left foot, though, instead of his right. So what he tried to do was use the outside of his left and come across the ball to apply spin and curve it to the back post. He just hit it a little too squarely and sent it into the stands. But you see the power that he can get.
Mark, the former Cosmo, played on the same line with Pele back in '75, led the Baltimore Blast in scoring last year. 3:48 remaining in the first, a 1-1 tie. The red-hot Paul Kitson sending it right off the thigh of Greg Ostalchik. MacKenzie tries to get it out of dangerous waters. Mickey Kay, good movement against Paul Kitson. Here's Ostalchik, 16 at midfield. Backpedaling is Alberto. Could not tackle him off the play. Ostalchik in front for O'Hara, and the second way Terlecki is swept aside by Shep Messing. There's a holding infraction called by
Holding
Silva.
violation, Pittsburgh.
We saw a good save from Shep a minute ago. We'll try and take a look at the foul now. Tuccia's got the ball along the boards. O'Hara comes in, starts to grab the foot. Yeah, he comes in, but he takes a little bit too much of the body.
Leverage down the left sideline. Plays it around the boards where the goalkeeper, Sobieski, rolls it all the way down to Terlecki. Terlecki has Ostalchik on the right, decides to send it back to the red line. MacKenzie down. Ostalchik shot blocked in front by Tuccia. Ostalchik and Tuccia come together. Another whistle by Silva, calling a very close game. Pushing against Tuccia.
That time Tuccia came in with a little too much elbow. Yeah, his foot comes over and the elbow pushes him away. That's a foul, and the referee's right there. He has a perfect vantage point.
Mickey Kay blasting one off the boards. Comes right to the hands of Shep.
2 Arrow defenders right in the middle to cover up, and that's what a goalkeeper likes to see. With their back to the field, and just nicely touch it back to Shep. The safest thing.
There's Paul Kitson now. Back to Alberto. Alberto at the point. Looking to set it up. Top of the penalty area, back to Kitson. Alberto plays it over to Jungle. Steve with a lob. Kitson looks for it. He's there with MacKenzie. Kitson gets it back. Kitson looks for position, dumps it back to Machia, and they'll reset it. Off the head of Jungle and into the seats. You can hear the thud.
We noticed that Paul Kitson is playing with a wrap on his left leg. He pulled a hamstring earlier in the week in training, took a day off to rest it, and he's felt good the rest of the week. We'll see how it holds up, in the course of the match.
This is a game of bumps and bruises, and you just have to play with them. The trainer is the MVP. There's a slap stop by Shep Messing, an elusive shot that almost got behind him. And now dangerous in front. Krys gets it back, and Shep rolls it down to Megaludis in a 1-1 tie, 1:50 left in the first. He's got Kitson on the right. He gets it to Paul Kitson. He closes in over the Jungle just beyond his reach. Now here's Krys. Back to Megaludis. Returns to G. Banks it off the boards, intended for Jungle. Whipped right back out to Megaludis. He's got Krys left. Kitson right. Jungle in the middle. Here's Steve. Jungle looking around. Ball handling back to Megaludis. Being marked by Terlecki. Ostalchik putting the clamps on it with help from Terlecki, and here's Ostalchik who gets it to safety.
With help from the referee, the ball was rebounded off the boards, and the referee couldn't get out of the way. Knocked it back to the goalkeeper.
All right. With Bill McNichol in possession, he takes a look at the clock. It says 1 minute.
Last play of play in the first quarter. Last play of play in the first.
Low scoring, 1-1 tie. McNichol with a lead pass intended from Molnar. Too long. Kitson picks it up. Almost tripped.
This is the advantage where the referee sees that he still has the ball and lets him play on.
Stranicer wide. Power behind that shot. Stranicer now closing in. Taps it over to Katakalitis. 19 in front. Off Kitson's knee. And back come the Spirit with 30 seconds remaining in the first. Here's Terlecki in a foot race with Megaludis. He had McNichol trailing along with Molnar. Terlecki out of the pack. Saved by Messing with 20 seconds left in the period.
Shep did well there. Came out, cut down the angle. Did not show him a lot of goal to shoot at. Was there for the save.
All right, so Paul Kitson now penetrating into the Pittsburgh zone. 5 seconds left of the period. Jungle marked tightly. Gets it out to Stranicer. A chance. Shot is wide. So that's the end of the first quarter from the Nassau Coliseum with the score. The New York Arrows won. The Pittsburgh Spirit won. And we'll be back with more right after these messages.
To Chemical, the big city is a lot of small towns. And each town, neighborhood, and community in New York, Westchester, Long Island, and Rockland has a chemistry all its own. Chemical branch managers make sure their branches are part of that chemistry. On the west side, one branch manager provides local senior citizens with a teller window all their own. East side, west side, all around the town. The chemistry's just right at Chemical.
Holiday greetings from Budweiser. People who bring you Budweiser wish you and yours a happy and safe holiday season.
A bump, a dip in the road, a pothole, finally rust. But there is an alternative. Rust preventative with Quiet Ride by UltraSeal. UltraSeal is injected into each unprotected area of your car, guarding against rust, while assuring the most soundproof ride possible. Most important, UltraSeal with Quiet Ride guarantees protection from rust for the lifetime of your car. Don't sentence your car to a dull and rusty life. UltraSeal it. Available only at new car dealers.
This isn't just my job. It's my life. For me, nothing comes close. Nothing comes close to my skull either. I just take a little pinch and put it between my cheek and gums. Sure feels good. I think going smokeless is the only way to go. And for me, Earl Campbell, this is the only way to spend an afternoon.
Go, brother. Enjoy tobacco without lighting up. Try Skoal, Copenhagen, or Happy Days. A pinch is all it takes.
I've just been taping the return of Halley's Comet. Relatively speaking, it's right on time. I taped it with my new Sony portable Betamax SL2000. It weighs less than 10 pounds. It has many ingenious features that until now were found only on professional systems. And it has a dimension of flexibility, for coupled with a tuner timer, it becomes one of the most brilliant home videotape recorders in the universe. Betamax, you're a genius.
The genius of Betamax, only from Sony.
Well, the first quarter, a very busy one for Shep Messing, who comes in with a goals against of 5.00, and maybe you can describe your older brother here.
This is one of the most difficult saves for a goalkeeper. He came out to cut down the angle. Now he has to back up and make the save over his shoulder. Tremendous save. And right away, he's back up. Trying to cover the high ball, forces Cave down to the ground, and then keeps following through, giving Cave nothing to go at. His defenders are where they should be, backing up and holding position on the goal. Tremendous action. Credit to the Arrows, Shep, and the defense.
Right now, Shep all smiles as we get ready for the second quarter in a 1-1 tie. Goals by Stan Terlecki and Paul Kitson. Interesting situation surrounding the Pittsburgh Spirit, back for the third season after a leave of absence last year, so the players dispersed. Some came back. They were rescued by Ed DiBartolo. And they are now singing 6-3 in second place in the Eastern Division. So again, Shep Messing now to our left as they switch sides, and Krys Sobieski off an impressive starting debut last night against the Cleveland Force, a 2-1 victory, and goal to our right. Tibor Molnar, number 8, played his first 2 years with the Arrows, with Baltimore last year, still makes his home in New York. Nicky Megaludis gets it back to Shep. Shep with a record overall of 4-1. The other goalkeeper, Zoltan Toth, 4-0. Izonis has to go back for it. And he gets it over to Megaludis. Back to Gazonis. Billy, a Greek-American, sends it over to Mark Liverich. Feeds it right back to Gazonis. Very active here in the opening minutes of the second quarter. Returns to Liverich. Cila is free at the point. He's got it now. Arrows looking to be setting something up. Jungle in the pivot with Toomey. Toomey works it free for Partenheimer, number 6. Now it's Paul Child getting it to the foot of Partenheimer. And Liverich takes over.
Good tackle by Liverich. No hesitation. Went right through the ball and the man.
Megaludis for the drive. It's blocked by Molnar. Tibor down to McNichol, who scored the 2 goals against Cleveland in the victory last night for the Spirit. Paul Child now. Both teams playing very deliberately. Dorico got a foot on it for Liverich. Trying to play it around Partenheimer. He can't get it past him. Picked up again by McNichol in front of the trail. Saved by Shep Messing. Got a piece of it.
Good save by Shep because the ball coming across the face of the goal, any touch on it is very, very dangerous. He had to spread himself out, cover as much goal as possible.
Shep really extending himself and got enough of it.
The action, as you say, Steve, is very deliberate. What's happening is both teams are dropping back into the defensive third and letting the other team come at them.
So we'll see if play opens up like last Sunday against Buffalo. Got really frantic. The Arrows winning that one 9-4. Jungle scoring 5 goals and 3 assists. 1-1 here with 12:25 left in the first half. Omar Gomez, number 9, in front, right off the foot of Alberto.
That was a great ball from Gomez, and Luis tried to turn and shoot at the same time and just lost the hold of the ball.
Child with a good move as it took a wicked hop off the boards. Ball Child, number 12. It is wide. And Alberto sends it down to Gomez. Steve Jungle is on the field on the far side, looking for his 32nd goal. He assisted on Kitson's goal in the first quarter. Here's Gomez racing into the corner. In the Pittsburgh zone, Tuchel now gets it to an open man, Alberto. Immediately marked, though, by Toomey. Here's Gomez with a chance, and a kick save by Sobieski.
Great idea for Gomez. He had a small opening. He didn't waste time by bringing his whole foot back, just stuck a toe on the ball.
Tuchel now. Tuchel, great move. It's knocked down by the defense. Jungle, double team. Tuchel for Dorico. Dorico, Gomez. Now Alberto. Taken by Tuchel at the point. Val has looked very sharp here in the first half on a couple of occasions. It comes loose to Alberto. He's got Dorico on the left, decides to go it alone. He shoots just wide. Blistering shot by Luis Alberto.
Penalty box is becoming very crowded, so the players are just trying to get an opening in front and send the ball in. It's hard for the goalkeeper because usually he's unsighted or else the ball can be deflected.
Looking to screen Sobieski. Ostalchik plays it into the corner now for Child. Now Ostalchik trying to break the tie. O'Hara, number 3. Dorico and Berthol shoving. Dorico gets the best of it over to Jungle. Good feed over to Alberto. Lead pass for Jungle. Here's a foot race. He shoots it off the mark. Comes out in front to Gomez. And a slap save. Great save, Sobieski.
Tremendous action. Jungle's down, hurt on the play. took a shoulder and got bumped up against the board. Let's take another look at it. We start with an unbelievable pass from Alberto. This goes the whole length of the field. It's not a three-zone pass because the ball touches the court in the middle third. Jungle races on. He sees the back post covers and tries to go high to the near post. Off the boards. Gomez, nice control, sends it up, and this is a great save. One hand sends it up high. Good action. Good job by Sobieski covering up.
Roy, tonight at the Meadowlands Arena at 7:35, the New Jersey Rockets are back in action taking on the Philadelphia Fever. And those in attendance will receive a Rockets team photograph, compliments of the New Jersey Rockets. And don't forget, next Saturday, January 2nd at 7:35, the San Diego Chicken will be coming to the Meadowlands Arena to cheer the Rockets on against the Pittsburgh Spirit. Tickets can be obtained through Charge It, Ticketron, the Meadowlands box office, or by calling the Rockets office at 201-460-1100. Ostalchik with a drive, it's blocked. 1-1 tie, 9:50 to go in the first half.
That was a rocket of a shot. Tucci took it square on the body. That's what a defender has to be willing to do in this game.
Gomez nearly had a break, but the Pittsburgh defense got back. Stan Terlecki has the lone Pittsburgh goal. Terlecki creates position. Save.
That was a tremendous shot. He applied a lot of curve to it. The ball curved and dipped.
They are peppering Shep Messing right now. Steve Terlecki is doing most of the damage. Alberto feeding it ahead for Jungle with MacKenzie, and Jungle.
This will be a 2-minute penalty. It was very dangerous. Jungle had the edge, and he sent him square into the boards. I'm sure the referee is going to call 2 minutes here.
Steve Jungle getting riveted into the boards.
Let's take a look at it. Starts again with Luis Alberto. He sends Jungle. Jungle gets one touch of the ball and then tries to go through MacKenzie. MacKenzie won't take it and crash into the boards. That, in the referee's opinion, is dangerous. I am absolutely sure he's correct. You cannot send a player at full speed into the boards in this game. You see it again from another angle. Starts with Luis. Sends it across the Jungle. Now's when he must be careful. The referee knows this is coming. Look at MacKenzie. He's not playing the ball. He leans back and plays Jungle into the boards. 2-minute penalty. We'll see the Arrows now with a man-up situation.
Boarding is the call at 5:46, Roy. So power play time for the New York Arrows as Dave MacKenzie goes to the penalty box, the former Colgate University star. Drilling Jungle into the corner.
So we see how the New York sets up their power play with 3 top goal scorers, Jungle, Livers, and Kitson, and the other 2 players are playmakers, Luis Alberto and Machia. Machia is also a good defender in case the ball turns over.
Oh, and a drive by Livers right into the breadbasket of Sobieski. Again, for more Arrows ticket information, you want to see tremendous action like this, call 516-692-7769. Short-handed goal for Terlecki, and the Pittsburgh Spirit taking a 2-1 lead.
Let's take a look at it. It starts with the goalkeeper. Excellent distribution right onto his feet. He doesn't have to break stride at all. Takes it in, and now this is a tremendous individual effort. Takes Machia out of the play by cutting inside, and now he's all alone on Shep. Shep starts coming across. Unfortunately, Liverich got a touch of the ball early and sent it back into Terlecki. This is what happens in indoor soccer. The last defender and the first attacker is the goalkeeper. It starts with Sobieski up to Terlecki. Takes it on the boards. He's slightly obstructed by the second referee, and now we see he'll lose a slight touch, but Liverich is coming in to cover up. Puts it back on his feet. 3 defenders and a goalkeeper. That's quite an achievement in this game.
Especially against the Arrows. So Stan Terlecki, his second goal, his 19th of the year, to put Pittsburgh up 2-1 in a short-handed situation. Still 1:10 to go on the penalty to MacKenzie. And the Arrows looking to even things up on the man advantage situation now. Here's Steve Jungle, marked by Child, gets it back to Alberto. Luis, top of the penalty area to Liverich. Now here's Jungle in the corner. Jungle with O'Hara, and Toomey looks to rescue it. Liverich keeps it going. Here's the shot by Alberto, and the save by Sobieski.
Again, very impressive. The shot was straight on, but Sobieski did hold on to it, which is important.
All right, Liverich gets it right back. He's got Kitson. He's got some daylight. He shoots. Saves Sobieski.
You know, Pittsburgh has picked something up from the Arrows here. They like to attack on a man-down situation, and the man they go to every time is Terlecki.
Stan Terlecki.
What guy?
From Poland. Off an assortment of injuries, too. An Achilles tendon, a wrist injury. 20 seconds to go on the MacKenzie penalty.
Obviously, the player did not come out of the box because the goal was scored by the man-down team, not the man-up team.
Okay, Paul Kitson out down the side. Blocked by Tooby, and Terlecki takes over. That'll do it on the penalty. 2 seconds, and MacKenzie is back on the field. Spirit back at full strength. As Liverich takes it for the Arrows. Arrows trailing 2-1 with 7:05 remaining in the first half. Good header by Paul Child to keep it from getting to Steve Jungle.
It's a good thing he did, because he had committed himself. He was past Jungle. If he didn't get a head on it, Jungle would have been in goal behind him.
Steve looking for his 273rd lifetime goal, 108 last year. He has scored in 10 straight games. He had 21 last year at this time. At this pace, he would score 152 if he continues. Right now, I'd like to tie it up. Megaludis looking to sweep it in front to Jungle, but too well covered. Good defense so far by Pittsburgh. Katakalitis.
See Robbie Bernthal making his tackle. Robbie's a local boy from Great Neck, Long Island.
Born in France. Grew up in Great Neck. And he tries to sneak one past Shep Messing, but a whistle.
Good ambitious. He was tangled up. You see, he wins the ball. And we'll see Bernthal come to the picture now. He wins the ball, but he's still tangled up, and he throws an elbow, putting Katakalitis down to the turf.
Say that fast 5 times.
We should settle for 1 next time he comes into the picture.
Okay. Gomez across the midfield line, 3-on-3 with Strenicer and Jungle. We'll have Gene on at halftime. Megaludis. Back to Strenicer.
How long would it be?
Banks it off the board, kicked out by Sobieski. Here's a beautiful move by Bernthal. Bernthal still in control, goes down with Megaludis, and the Spirit recover. Leading 2-1 with 5:50 to go in the first half. Tibor Molnar, the ex-Arrow, plays it over on the near side, and it's returned to the neutral zone to O'Hara. John O'Hara from the University of Pittsburgh, an all-star with Cleveland last year. Gomez picks it up now for the Arrows. Omar to Gene Strenicer on the far side. Plays it off the boards for Jungle, being marked closely as per usual. Here's Strenicer now. Plays it back now for Katakalitis. Megaludis marked by McNichol. And again, the Spirit on the attack, led by Molnar. Lead pass to Bernthal, and Shep comes out to gobble it up.
It's a good ball, but that's the goalkeeper's job. He must be the last defender behind everybody, and he read it and came out, make an easy save. Pittsburgh's not in a hurry now. They're in a good position here in the Coliseum to be up 2-1 going towards the end of the first half.
There's McNichol with a shot that's deflected by Katakalitis. But what about the philosophy of sitting on a lead in the game of indoor soccer? It's another story. Well, the Arrows will be back again next Sunday, January 3rd, here at the Coliseum at 2 to take on the Kansas City Comets. And coming up on the following Friday, January 8th and Sunday, January 10th, 2 very exciting games that weekend. First on Friday, January 8th, the Arrows will challenge the Philadelphia Fever at the Coliseum starting at 8. And then the Arrows will be back at the Nassau Coliseum on Sunday, January 10th to take on the New Jersey Rockets. Tickets are available at the Coliseum box office, Ticketron, or by calling the New York Arrows ticket office at 516 New York Arrow. And there is another goal for Pittsburgh.
That might have been an own goal. We'll have to take a look at it on the replay.
3-1, Spirit. Paul Child. The second leading scorer in the history of the NASL. And he picks up a goal right here at the 10-13 mark.
And you can see him exhorting his teammates. He's saying, come on, boys, we can do it here. We'll take a look on the replay. He makes the run on the replay, takes 2 defenders with him, and it wasn't really a Paul Chow goal. That was an own goal. It happens in this game. There's nothing you can do about it.
That's his 11th to put the Spirit up 3-1. Jungle looking to pry it loose. He gets it back for Cila. Headed by Cila into the crowd. I started to say before we were talking about the upcoming games, you really can't sit on a lead in this game in Pittsburgh with a pretty good illustration right there.
That's right. There's no point in sitting on a 2-1 game in indoor soccer where you see scores of 10-8, 12-10. You have to go forward. You have to try all 60 minutes of the game to get whatever you can.
McNichol closing in. And Shep Messing looking to spark the attack. Cila has daylight down the near side. Jungle out of the pack. Cila! Right over the shoulder of Krys Sobieski to make it a 3-2 ball game.
This is a deflection goal. We talked about it before. Jungle wins the ball in the corner and lays it back for Cila. Cila will win the ball. He sees an opening and he'll take his chance. But as the ball is hit, it hits off a Pittsburgh foot right there. Sobieski was going down to the back post to cover the shot. And it goes over, helplessly over his shoulder into the goal. You see Cila on the ball now. This first shot is not a shot on goal. It's a pass off the boards to Jungle. Terlecki, fortunately for himself, gets a piece of the ball, but now Jungle wins it, lays it back, and you'll see the deflection very clearly here on T-Bone Mulroy as he sticks a foot up. Terlecki and Sobieski was going the other way, and it goes into the near post.
So it comes just about a minute after the Spirit scored. Cila's third from Jungle, making a 3-2 loose ball, and Sobieski at the last second made the save.
I'm surprised Sobieski stayed on his line there. It was a good opportunity for Cila. He actually spun around and just got a piece of it with his back. But that close to the goal, any touch of the ball is dangerous and difficult for the goalkeeper to handle.
3:15 to go in the first half. Tackled off the play by Cila. Sobieski grabs hold. We want to extend our best wishes to the daughter of Arrows owner John Luciani, Debbie, who is recuperating from an automobile accident. So hello from all of the Arrows, our broadcast crew, to Debbie Luciani. Hope you're back in shape, ready to come out and see the Arrows real soon. Right now, the Arrows down by only a goal, 3-2, with 2:50 remaining in the first half as Terlecki penetrates, but it's taken away by Dorico, recovered by Terlecki, and recaptured by Dorico. Good work by Dorico, hounding Terlecki. Now here's Jungle with a long shot just off the mark. Dorico keeps it alive for Gazotis in the corner. Gazotis working hard along the boards with Terlecki, and Sobieski grabs hold.
All that action started with Dave Dorico. Some excellent work. He won a tackle, and without any hesitation played the ball to Jungle. This doesn't give the defense any time to adjust, and that's what created that action on the Pittsburgh goal.
Booted out by Sobieski, and it's stolen away by Tucha. Now Tucha now gets around a Stalchik, gets it around Partenheimer, but Toomey clears it for the Spirit to Terlecki. He's got Bernthal left, Toomey right. Terlecki straight down the middle, cuts to his left on Kitson. 2 minutes to go in the first half. A Stalchik marked by Gazonis. Now here's Toomey. They had the right idea. Goes into the corner now with a Stalchik controlling against Dorico. And a Stalchik went down, a whistle.
We didn't see we were obstructed by the boards. The ball against Dorico. We see the ball come across to a Stalchik. David will come in here. See a Stalchik wins the ball. David's going to play a little bit too much of the body. He places his body between the man and the ball, and that way he's pretty safe. If he gets hit, it's a foul.
Off the direct free kick, David Dorico clears it out off the foot of MacKENZIE, who's got the only penalty of the afternoon. Here's Jungle. Arrows looking to top. Great move by Jungle. He shoots. Punch save by Sobieski. It was headed toward his nose. Jungle again to Kitson. He shoots. Saved by Sobieski.
The Arrows are getting off rockets here. the end of the second period. Those were both blasts from first Jungle and then Kitson. Sobieski's done very well to hold on.
A couple of ferocious drives toward the head of Sobieski. Here they come again. Jungle. Tries by Here's the notice, but it was well diagnosed by Dave MacKenzie as we enter the final minute of play in the first half. Look how fast Terlecki is, along with Paul Kitson, and they call a push on Kitson, so it'll be Spurs ball.
Let's take a look at this. This is also, you can see the advantage roll from the referee. Didn't call it right away. Paul shoves in, gets a trip on him. The referee waited to this point to see if Terlecki would regain control, and he didn't, so he called a foul.
Stan Terlecki has 2 of the 3 Pittsburgh goals, including a shorthanded goal. 40 seconds to go. Right through everybody into the corner where Shep will tap it over to Kitson. Now Kitson marches downfield. Valtuksha. Down to Dorico. 25 seconds left in the quarter. Kitson zeroes in. His shot is blocked by Partenheimer. 15 seconds left in the half. Right off Terlecki's back. Kitson drills it into the corner, and a diving stop with Jungle on the doorstep. 5 seconds. Partenheimer has it stolen. Last chance, and Alberto's shot blocked by MacKenzie at the buzzer. So Don Popovich leading the Arrows off the field.
Happy birthday to
The end of the first half from the Nassau Coliseum with the score. The Pittsburgh Spirit 3, the New York Arrows 2.
This Bud's for everyone who's in the groove. It's 5 minutes on the upswing of 5. Outside it's 87 degrees under sunny blue skies. Stay tuned for my man Flash. I'm moving out of here, having myself an ice cold brew. Yeah, just for you.
Super roast. Invisibly for 3 full years.
Now that is shining.
And it stays like that with no waxing or polishing.
You mean?
Just water, and that Ultra Seal shine will last.
For 3 full years?
For 3 full years.
Hey, how do I get an Ultra Seal?
It is halftime here at the Nassau Coliseum. The Pittsburgh Spirit leading the New York Arrows by the score of 3-2. Steve Albert along with Roy Messing. And you get the feeling, though, Roy, that a tidal wave once again is about to happen in the third quarter.
You know, if we take a look at the previous Arrow games this year, they've outscored their opponents 31-12 in the third quarter over 9 games. So we have to expect that to happen here tonight. We're going to look and see what Jungle does. He's taking this game somewhat personally with the comparisons between himself and Terlecki, and I think everybody's going to come alive in the third period.
All right, quickly, goals by Terlecki, Kitson, a shorthanded goal by Terlecki, Child, and then Cila to make it 3-2 Pittsburgh at the end of the first half. Earlier, we had an opportunity to chat with the Arrows veteran Gene Strennisser, so let's pick up on that conversation right now.
Hi, Mom.
Gene, at the tender age of 36, I guess you can be considered the elder statesman of the New York Arrows. Do you sometimes feel like a daddy to some of your teammates who are 18 years of age?
No, I don't really think so, because the guy's pretty nice to me. Sometimes they do joke about it, but I don't take it serious. And they're very nice to me because of my age. They're helping me. They're helping at the practice as a game as well.
Indoor soccer is such a strenuous game. Gene, how do you stay in such tip-top condition?
I've been in this soccer for a long time, and I still love this game. That's the #1 thing. And I still keep good shape myself on and off in the field. And the reason is you have to be professional. You have to know what you do and what you don't have to do.
Everybody can see on the field that you wear number 13. Obviously, you are not a superstitious person, are you?
No, I don't. Maybe that's my luck. That's my keep me going like that. This number 13.
How about the differences between outdoor soccer and indoor soccer? You were on the Soccer Bowl Championship Toronto team back in 1976. The basic transition that you had to make coming from the outdoor game to the indoor game, Gene?
Yes, I was with the championship, MISL champion 1976, and I was playing outdoor 97-8. Then I came to play for the Arrows in soccer. It's a big difference, you know, between the two games. The difference, I think, is indoor soccer. It's more excitement for the people who's watching the game, and the players get more physical fitness as outdoor.
Would you like to see certain changes to help improve the indoor game, in your opinion?
No, not really. The game is very exciting. The people love that, and it's growing and catching on. And as you can see, the crowd is love the indoor soccer, and I hope it's going to keep going like this.
How would you explain the New York Arrows' success story?
We have all kind of players. We have young players, we have old players. Don Popovic picked up the right people in the right position, and everybody's working hard. Everybody's giving 100%, and good teamwork.
A fellow named Steve Jungle doesn't hurt, does he?
No, Steve Jungle is one of the superstar indoor players, and he can score every time, and he gets close to the net.
Well, Gene, we appreciate you taking the time, and Happy New Year to you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much, and to you.
Gene Stratesser, the young veteran of the New York Arrows. Halftime, where Pittsburgh leads New York by the score of 3-2. Steve Jungle, we mentioned, has 2 assists as far as the first half is concerned. Coming up next, the Skol Happy Days show featuring Shep Messing. So stay with us.
Welcome to the Skol Soccer Shootout with Shep Messing. It's New York versus Philadelphia, and each week a team of 2 people representing their MISL city will compete for the most total goals in the least amount of time. Each of 4 contestants will get 60 seconds to shoot 4 balls against the MISL's premier goalkeeper, Shep Messing. Watch as people from all walks of life compete to represent their city in the finals.
To a lot of people, soccer is just a game. But for me, well, it's a way of life. Nothing beats it. And nothing beats my Skol either. It's smokeless tobacco with a fresh taste of wintergreen. Gives you full tobacco pleasure without lighting up. Just a little pinch between your cheek and gum is all it takes. The best part of going smokeless? It's really relaxing. Try some.
It's the classic matchup, Philadelphia and New York. Only this time, they're playing against Shep Messing. Mike Delatorre, 60 seconds. Dribble through the 3 cones and take a shot on Messing. Nice save by Shep.
I want to hear you feel like this.
Let's pick up the action. Shep antagonizing the shooter. Puts it on the right foot. Shot! Oh, he beat Shep. Low to the right-hand side. Intensity picks up. Shep wants to shut him down. Here's the shot. Great shot. Beats Messing 2 out of 3 times. Not many people do that. Philadelphia in the green. Shot. Messing falling back on his feet. Good ball control. Shep having a little trouble shutting down the shooters tonight. Messing again gets beat 2 out of 3. This is the MISL All-Star goalkeeper. Right-footed shooter. Tees it. Messing down on all 3 shots. Gets beat 3 straight times. 60 seconds. Luigi Polini puts it to the right foot. Shot. Wide. Low left. Polini, good ball control. Tees it up with the right foot. It's the right-footed shooters giving Messing trouble tonight. Good control. Hits a cone. Shot. Oh, Shep. Great save. Polini. Good ball control. Tees it up. Left-footed shot. John Doherty, Philadelphia. Doherty puts it way too far inside the box, but again, Messing on the ground. Catch Doherty's sneakers. He beat Messing with an old pair of high tops. Messing, not a big fan of Philadelphia. He shut the Fever down in the first ever MISL championship game. Wide to the left. Messing couldn't take his eyes off the shoes. Looking at the action again, you can see what happened to Shep Messing. Good control on the ball by the Philadelphia players, but Shep still way away from the edge of the box. The advantage to the shooter. Good control by Norm Shell of Philadelphia. Look at the placement of the left foot when he strikes the ball. Where's Messing? Down, and he gets beat. 3 straight for Norm Shell. His partner? Well, his partner proves it isn't the equipment. You just need the basics. Good control by Doherty, and look at outside of the left foot. The winners from Philadelphia.
Halftime coming to a close here at the Nassau Coliseum. Pittsburgh, one of its 3 goals, a short-handed goal. They lead the Arrows 3-2. After 2, we'll be back with the second half right after these messages.
At Chemical, when we look at the big city, we see a lot of small towns. There's uptown, downtown, and way downtown. There's Chinatown and Levittown. Each town, neighborhood, and community in New York, Westchester, Long Island, and Rockland has a chemistry all its own. And chemical branch managers make sure their branches are part of that chemistry. On the west side of town, one chemical branch manager provides local senior citizens with a teller window all their own. Well, in a city like Yonkers, another one helps junior citizens acquire a home all their own. East side, west side, all around the town, even out of town. The chemistry's just right at Chemical.
Holiday greetings from Budweiser. People who bring you Budweiser wish you and yours a happy and safe holiday season.
Magic, this new Buick's got everything.
Sue, if you can't get it on Electric Park Avenue, you don't need it. Nice, huh?
Yeah, but the seat's adjusted for you. To me, the steering wheel's just about in the distance.
That's where this memory seat option comes in. It remembers where I sit and where you sit.
Magic, those Buick people think of everything.
Yeah, especially the little things.
Arby's Roast Beef Restaurants, the champs of roast beef, and the New York Arrows, the champs of indoor soccer, would like to make you a hometown hero, and it's fun and easy. If you're between 8 and 12, just register at a participating Arby's. Every week, Arby's will pick winners who will be their guests at an Arrows home game. They'll compete in Arby's hat-trick shootout, score 3 goals in the best time, and you win first prize. A $250 shopping spree at Herman's World of Sporting Goods. There are big second and third prizes, too. Arby's hat-trick shootout, it's for kids!
Second half action is coming up from the Nassau Coliseum. Pittsburgh leading New York 3-2. Steve Albert with Roy Messing. Reminding you that this program is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this event without the express written consent of the Arrows Communications Corporation is strictly prohibited. Lifetime against the Pittsburgh Spirit. The Arrows 9 up, 1 down. And Roy, their lone defeat was back on March the 9th of 1979. The Spirit won that game in overtime, 7-6, on a goal by a player named Sid Nolan. Steve Jungle, incidentally, against the Pittsburgh Spirit. Lifetime with 30 goals, 12 assists, 42 points. That's in just 10 games so far. He has been held off the goal-scoring sheet. He's had 2 assists. The scoring star in the first period was Stan Terlecki, who is being compared these days to the scoring machine. Terlecki with goals 18 and 19, one of the shorthanded variety. Shots on goal in the first half. The Arrows, although outscored by 1 goal, have outshot the Spirit 26-19. Big brother Shep had 17 saves as opposed to only 14 all of yesterday against Sobieski. So he's had to face a lot of shots here in the first half.
17 saves is a lot for the first half. I think the average in the league per game is about 22 saves. So you can see Shep is well ahead of that mark. The Arrows have taken a lot of shots, but a lot have been from outside. And I think you'll see them open it up a little and trying to work their way behind the defense a little more in the second half.
And if you'd like more information on New York Arrows soccer, call 516-692-7769.
692-7769. Remember,
the action is here. It is obvious. As Renato Cila, who scored the last goal to cut the gap to 1, talks it over with Mr. Goalkeeper, Shep Messing. How many tips did you give him, Roy?
How many tips right now? I don't think he'd want my advice.
Krys Sobieski in goal. To our left for the Pittsburgh Spirit. Brought over from Poland by the Pittsburgh coach, John Kowalski, who emigrated from Poland in 1965 and now a naturalized U.S. citizen.
John usually takes a trip over there before the season to recruit players. Found Sobieski. Sobieski is an established first division player back in Poland. So he brings a lot of experience to the game, but it's a different kind of experience that you need indoors.
Marco Liete out there for the first time, number 15 for Pittsburgh. Here's Stan Terlecki. Shot is deflected by Machia into the seats.
Ball out of play off, New York. Pittsburgh Spirit.
It's an indication of what we're going to see in the second half. Pittsburgh obviously is not going to sit back and try and sit on a lead, as I'm sure they did to some extent in their game last night that ended 2-1. Already they're going forward and they want more goals.
All 3 goals against Cleveland last night. First period. Action in the corner, and Herb Silva, the referee, giving the ball back to the Arrows as Shep ignites things for Chile.
Charge to Pittsburgh. New York Arrows from referee kick.
You know, every time I say this, the sparks fly, but Steve Jungle has been held off the goal-scoring sheet only 7 times in his illustrious MISL career. So we'll see what happens. I said that last Sunday when he was held scoreless against Buffalo, and then it opened up.
Good opportunity for Gomez on the back post, and he went high to go over Sobieski, but just a little too far wide.
There's a wide move by Terlecki to his right to get around Machia. Machia gets it right back. Terlecki fakes a shot. And it's picked back up by Chila. Marked by Liete. Jungle shoved by MacKenzie. Keeps it alive. Slithers past. Over to Gomez. Back to Jungle. And he couldn't get a shot off.
He fouled through and got a piece of Sobieski as Sobieski was on the ground. Referee has to protect the goalkeeper. We'll take a look at it on the replay. Here comes Krys to Gomez. Just a nice ball through to Jungle, gets past. Yeah, and as he follows through, he gets a foot on the ball, but it's already in the goalkeeper's possession. He's not allowed to do that. Nothing intentional, no harm done.
Gomez now engineers the attack for the Arrows. Over to Alberto on the near side of Machia. Machia shot it right through a pair of legs, and it winds up from the seat.
Ball out of play off Pittsburgh, New York Arrows. Indirect free.
This is a small lineup put out there by Don Popovich with Machia, Alberto, and Gomez, but a very quick one.
It's one of the characteristics of the Arrows this year. They're extremely fast with the speed of Liverich and Gomez and Jungle, of course. And Paul Kitson.
They lost some big scorers in Bronco Segota and Fred Gagurov now with the jersey, but they make up for it with quickness.
I'm sure they made up for it more than enough. They're well ahead of their scoring pace from last year.
There's a block by Tukcha, who starts out for the Arrows. Tukcha breaking down, and it's taken away neatly by MacKenzie. MacKenzie has some room, and he just puts it right in the hands of Shep Messing. Machia and Alberto on the crisscross. Machia going to leave now. And hopping over the boards is Megaludis. The 8th breaks it up. Tukcha keeps it going, and it's booted out of there by MacKenzie. And Tukcha a little bit shaken up on the last episode.
As he went by, Tibor Molnar still had a leg out. He just caught him in the shin. Tibor has a sore spot there, so when you hit it, it'll pain him for a while.
Terlecki, 13, has 2 goals, 1 short-handed. Marked closely by Megaludis. Cutting to his left towards center. Here's Gomez, picks it up. Arrows down, 3-2. 12 minutes left of the third. Megaludis lead pass for Jungle, racing in the corner with Molnar. They both overrun. And Toomey.
Pittsburgh showed some good coverage there. Toomey was defending against Jungle. He dove in trying to intercept the pass, and Jungle got behind him, so Molnar, the midfielder, came back to cover.
The 8th looking to center it, broken up by Tukcha. Now Strenis's pass all the way down for Jungle. Val Tukcha led on that Dynamo team. Yugoslavia. Kitson scored his 12th goal back in the first quarter. He is down. And play resumes.
I'm sure Paul thought there was a foul, but the referee was right there. He had a good vantage point. He says play on. Paul's still down in the corner.
Don Popovich trying to get Herb Silva's attention with Kitson down in the far corner. And now players finally called for the moment as Bob Baldwin, the trainer, races out. So with 10:57 to go in the third, it's the Pittsburgh Spirit 3, New York Arrows 2. Back with more right after these messages.
Sasson Junior shirts for an exciting look at the top. Sasson Junior skirts, 100% ooh la la. Sasson Junior belts, the most exciting new colors on the strip.
Buick presents the beauty of aerodynamics, the Buick Regal. One of the most aerodynamic Buicks ever built, which results in not only a graceful, sleek appearance, but some very gratifying mileage figures as well. The 1982 Regal. The idea is aerodynamics. The execution is unmistakably Buick.
At your New York, New Jersey, Connecticut Buick dealers now.
See if we can get a close look and see where Kitson got hurt.
I think as Paul won the ball, MacKenzie just clipped his ankle, his right ankle, and he went over it on the side. We'll get a better view of it this time. You see as he clips the side of his foot, he goes over on that ankle, and he grabs it right away. He knows what happened. We might not see much from Paul Kitson the rest of the game. He's off on the bench now getting some ice, trying to get the swelling out of it.
Walked under his own power to the bench, so a good sign. 3-2 Pittsburgh, 10:50 left in the third. Arrows will take over.
Pushing violation.
Off the push.
New York Arrows, direct free kick.
The Arrows' all-time home record, a stunning 43-7. The last time they lost here, February 13th of last season, a 4-2 defeat at the hands of the Baltimore Blast. They were 17-3 at home last year, and so far they are 2-0. They once had a 23-game home winning streak. Leverage in front for Tukcha. Could not get a shot off.
This will be a 2-minute penalty against the New York Arrows. Tukcha swung across from the ball, took both his legs out. We'll see it on the replay. Wins the ball, but now there's no chance for the ball. He takes both legs out. It's by the boards, and by the referee's discretion, he decides this is a 2-minute penalty. We'll take a look at it from a higher view and get a better vantage point. The ball's won, and watch Tukcha come across, takes both legs out from under the defender. Very dangerous, and it must be a 2-minute penalty.
McBride.
Now we'll take a look at the Arrows in a man-down situation. I think perhaps we might see more action on the opposing goal than we did see when they were a man-up. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the league when they're playing a man-down.
Time for the penalty.
Well, back in the second quarter, Terlecki scored a short-handed goal for Pittsburgh. We'll see if the Arrows can answer back. Charging the call against Tuchel, 4:26. Play in the Arrow zone. Here's Terlecki. And a point-blank shot smothered by Shep.
The important thing, again, is that Shep held on to it. If you give up a rebound in a crowded space like that, it's very dangerous, and oftentimes the second shot becomes the goal. Taking a shot at this, Terlecki, a good angle, but he's a good distance out. When he wins the ball, he'll just crack it in on goal. You see Terlecki clear it, the ball sent across. You see McNichol look up to see Terlecki, and he cracks it. Shep takes it on the full of his body and smothers it. Good save.
And back live, the man advantage situation continues for Pittsburgh, leading 3-2. Minute 15 to go on the Tuchel penalty. Here's Bill McNichol, who had 2 goals last night against Cleveland to win it 2-1. Terlecki blocked by Megaludis.
Some teams a man down will play a box, some will play a diamond. The Arrows do a little bit of both. If you see 2 men up front, it's a box. If it's Gene Strenitzer up front, it's a diamond. Now Gene is the point man in the diamond.
In front, Child couldn't get a shot off. Strenitzer tried to untangle things, and Shep Messing is passed into the board.
This could be a 2-minute penalty. Very dangerous situation. Pittsburgh doesn't agree that, yes, it is a 2-minute penalty. We'll take a look at the foul. You have to be careful. When the goalkeeper's on the ground like that, it's the job of his defenders and the referee, of course, to protect him. He's not playing the ball. The referee felt that he came in and took an extra kick at Shep while he was on the ground. That's dangerous play. 2-minute penalty. Take a look at Shep's hand. He's holding it here. We'll see if he got the kick on the hand. It's going to be difficult to see from this angle. Ball played into the corner. Tino gets a piece of it, but it's one again. It's slid inside along the board to Shep. He goes down to smother it. And you see that extra little kick. I'm sure it got Shep on the hand.
38 seconds of the third quarter.
Well, he gets 2 minutes for kicking.
2 minutes.
Those gloves don't offer much protection from an opponent's feet. They're made of foam rubber, and they take off some of the sting of the shot and add some stick to the ball, but they won't protect you from a foot.
Val Tuchel serving the penalty. He's got 46 seconds to go for the Arrows, and now 2 minutes on McNichol. It evens the side, each team down a man. So that creates for some wide open play.
We'll see.
The Arrows try to tie it.
We'll see what they try and do here, whether they attack or not. But the Arrows have to realize that in a few seconds, in 30 seconds, they'll be a man up. So they really want to have possession of the ball at that time.
Nicky Megaludis over to Strenitzer. Back taps it now for Cila, who has the last Arrows goal. Here's Cila closing in. His shot is off the mark, and Sobieski plays it off the board. 10 seconds to go on the Tuchel penalty. 1:20 to go on McNichol. Spirit in possession. Terlecki on the give and go with Child. Marked by Megaludis. Tuchel's out of the penalty box. The Arrows have the man advantage. 1:08 remaining on the penalty now to McNichol. And here come the Arrows trying to tie it. Here's Tuchel with Jungle on the right. Jungle flagging it down off the board. Tackled off the play by Tumi. Strenitzer comes to help out. Herb Silva with a whistle in front of the Pittsburgh bench.
That'll go against the New York Arrows. Paul Tumi was pushed off the ball. Paul's a good, strong defender. I played with him on several teams. He's the kind of player that likes to go out and just make as few mistakes as possible. He doesn't try anything that he can't do. Good, solid, strong American defender.
And you played with that man right behind in the bench, John Kowalski. You played for him in Cincinnati.
That's right. He was my coach. Good man.
The Cincinnati Kids of Pete Rose.
That's right. Pete Rose was our owner. The only time we saw him, he'd come into the locker room and eat up all the oranges.
Boy, he gets so many hits. Here's Gazonis, trailed by Tuchel. Gazonis with some ball handling, dribbles it into the far corner, and it's knocked right back out to the red line. Val Tuchel now closing in. The drive off the board by Gomez, headed, but not up. Kept alive by Tuchel. Here's an interception, and the Spirit are alive. 20 seconds on the McNichol penalty as Child races down into the corner with DeRico. Child looking impressive. And then he knocks it right off his own man's foot. Tangle up along the near boards with 5 seconds to go in the Pittsburgh penalty. It comes free for DeRico. Here comes the last rush, possibly. The penalty is now over on McNichol, and the Spirit back at full strength. Jungle with a shot just wide. Gets the
side. What a chance for Jungle. He looked like he was going to the far post and opened up O'Hara's legs and went through him to the near post and was in to follow up on the rebound.
Good shot. Keeps it going against Child. Jungle looking for a little Billy Gazonis in front. Jungle looking for a foul. No call. Here's a lead pass down to Child. He shoots just wide with Jungle. With Messing coming in to cut down the angle.
Shep took away enough of the goal to force him wide, and Billy Gazonis made a great play to tackle away to prevent the rebound.
Gomez the other way now. Play is opening up. End-to-end frantic action. Katakalitis has it taken away. Pittsburgh leading at 3-2 with 6:30 to go in the third. Lots of time left. But it really became wide open over the last minute.
It's exciting for the fans, but it wears on the players. You'll have to see them changing sooner or else tiring while they're out there.
Good way to play off that Christmas dinner. Here's McNichol. He's been a major force in this ball game. Lobbed right into the hands of Shep, who accidentally hit it off the head of McNichol.
We'll take a look at it on the replay. A goalkeeper doesn't want to see this happen. You see McNichol stick up a handball. If the referee misses that, it can be a goal. And Shep is not at all happy about that. He insisted on the foul, and the referee called it.
All right, here's Jungle racing down the far side, takes a spill.
The referee calls play on. The interesting thing about the handball, which Shep might have been arguing for, is that an intentional handball is a 2-minute penalty. And it certainly did look like McNichol stuck a hand up to block that shot. It should have perhaps been 2 minutes.
It happened so quickly. All right, DeRico looking to set up for Gazonis. He's got Katakalitis moving in on the right. He finds George. Back to Gazonis. DeRico is open on the left. Doesn't look for him. Instead, it's taken by Ostalchik, number 16 for Pittsburgh.
You saw a little confusion there at the Pittsburgh bench in the change. Sometimes a player will start going off when his teammate doesn't realize it, and will receive the pass.
It was Marco Liete, number 15, who came roaring onto the field. Ostalchik looking to set up Terlecki. Taken away by Gazonis. Jungle. Dangerous here. Jungle looking to get around. MacKenzie. Jungle still with it. He's got some room now. Back it goes to DeRico. He checks the other point. Here's David. He shoots it into the seat.
He saw some open net. He thought perhaps if he got a piece of the goal or perhaps on the board, it would open something up for the people in the middle. You see Jungle battling his way along the sides. With tremendous skill. He was getting a lot of pressure from the defender. And look how close the ball stays to his feet at all times. Plays it back for George, and there's DeRico. He sees some open net and cracks it. He just leans back a little too far and sends it over the glass.
David DeRico on the last two Arrows championship teams, captain of the U.S. national team in '77.
Machia just pushed off a little, pushed him on the back without playing the ball, played the man, and that's certainly a foul.
Liete. Blocked by Cila. Sliding block. Cila with a skin burn on that play. That's smart.
It hurts, but this is something a defender must be willing to do. Liete had an opportunity. He was only at the edge of the box, which is close for Shep, and Cila had to spread himself to make the save.
Ostalchik to Terlecki. He scores! And the Spirit take a 4-2 lead as Stan Terlecki gets the hat trick. Bang, bang play.
We'll take a look at it on the replay. Terlecki did very well here. Normally you would think that the defender has covered one post and Shep went to cover the other, but Terlecki cuts it back. We see it on the free kick. He cuts inside, draws the defender away. Bit of shoving there, but Chila's holding on as well, and he slots it to the back post.
Pittsburgh goal. That's his third of the game.
We'll take a look at it from a different angle. This is a set play, a planned play from Pittsburgh. He cut in and then drew to the other side, taking the defender out and slotted it to the open side of the net. So it was still hurting a bit from the save he made just before that.
The hat trick for Terlecki is 20th on the season from Greg Ostalchik to make it 4-2 Pittsburgh. 10:25 the time. Now here's Kitson, who was shaken up earlier. Apparently okay. Jungle
was held back there. You know, one of the great things about Steve Jungle is different players react to this situation in a different way about getting hit or about being down in the game. Some will sulk, some will hide. Steve Jungle likes to get the ball and go right at the man. And here he wins the ball. He's got 2 men on him, and he wants to go forward. It's a characteristic of a great player, and Steve Jungle certainly has it.
And he's got possession right now. Boy, did he thread the needle to Kitson. He gets it back. He shoots wide. He looks very hungry right now. Trying to sniff out a goal. He's got that sixth sense.
Take a look at the replay. Watch how close the ball stays to his foot. Nice little through pass. Paul didn't anticipate it quick enough, but Steve was in there to pick it up again. And there's the side volley with his left foot. The ball was far away, but he got a full-in step on it.
You have to give a lot of credit to the Pittsburgh defenders here, who have been stopping Jungle. Terlecki slipped it in front to a Falchuk, and a good punch saved by Shep Messing. Now here's Liete. A long shot by McBride is off the mark. Shep rolls it out to Kitson, looking to get into the clear. Falchuk and Kitson. Kitson gets into the clear. Marked by Toomey. Toomey tackled him off the play.
Fair tackle, good job by Paul Toomey. Won the ball, threw Kitson off.
Here's Steve Jungle. Angles up. McBride goes down. Fans looking for a penalty. No call.
Perhaps justified there. Steve felt he was taken down from behind. Defenders do it to him all the time because of his speed and skill. You can judge it for yourself. If we get a look at it on the replay, wins the ball and starts going forward. Absolutely. The guy didn't get the ball at all. Taken down from behind, took his speed. That should be a foul.
He's yanked down, Roy, right here by Andy McBride, who is...
Pat is taken out of the play. Steve Jungle win the ball and come in behind him. Pat doesn't get a touch of the ball. Only Steve Jungle. And that perhaps could have been a 2-minute penalty.
McBride born on a wildlife preservation in Kenya, believe it or not.
It's still going a little wild out here.
4-2, Pittsburgh, 2:25 left in period 3. Kitson looked like he was held by MacKENZIE.
Right, there was a foul even before he was taken down. First he was held and then tripped up. The referee blew the whistle as soon as he was pushed off. So he has the ball, and as he starts to move, take a look at it. Yeah, he's holding on to him, and then he goes down.
Direct free kick for the Arrows. It comes off to Kitson. And he is pulled down by MacKENZIE. MacKENZIE all over the place. The fans screaming for a call.
The Arrows want 2 minutes. Take a look at it for yourself. It's really up to the referee how serious the foul is. It's definitely a foul. Gets a touch of the ball, but he takes both legs out from under Paul. Very serious foul, and the fans are letting the referee know it. Take a different look at it. You see he took both legs out from under him, and he's pretty close to the boards. Could have been a very dangerous situation for Paul. The referee called the foul, but in his opinion, it was not serious enough to warrant a 2 minutes.
All right, Roy, direct free kick, Jungle. What was he trying to do there? Bank it off the board or get it over to Alberto?
He's trying to go to Luis with a bit of deception. It looked like he was taking his body and sending it to the far post, but he just threw it back to Luis a little too far.
He wanted to get it back so he can drill one. And it's cleared by the Spirit all the way down to Shep.
That's a sign of the kind of pressure that New York is putting on. When players win the ball in the defensive third and just send it down, it means they're struggling a little.
More action like this coming up on Sunday, a week from today, with Kansas City at 2 p.m. Their new coach, Pat McBride, the former coach of the St. Louis Steamers. Should be interesting. Again, if you want more information, 516-692-7769. Right now, the Arrows trying to get back in. They're down 4-2. Late in the third, O'Hara sends it back to the point. In front for McNichol, and it's thrown away by Megalotis. Here come the Arrows. Jungle hanging downtown. Here comes Megalotis midfield over to Leverett. He's got Tucci on the right. Jungle came in on the goalkeeper, Sobieski, and the ball winds up in the crowd.
That was a tremendous save off a great opportunity by Jungle. You see again Jungle's ability to read the ball off the board and his finishing skill coming up the board at full speed. He gets a foot on it, but Sobieski came down to cut down the angle and made a leg save with it. Great save, great shot by Jungle, and even a better save by Sobieski.
Final minute of the third period, 4-2, Pittsburgh looking for a major upset. Here's Tucci. Jungle in the corner, loops it out to Alberto, just a little wide. Leverett keeps it going. Megalotis now with a long shot, deflected by Jungle. Leverett, oh, just wide through the crease.
Long shot from Nicky, but the thing was that Jungle was standing in the middle of the crease, and that's who he was going for. If Steve could get a piece of it or screen off the goalkeeper, it would have been a goal.
Holding, New York. The holding call against the Arrows. Free kick. And a direct free kick with 34 seconds to go in the third for Pittsburgh. Bill McNichol. Here's Child in the corner, marked by Megaludis. A back heel off the boards for McNichol. They had good intentions, but Shep able to cut it off. 10 seconds left in the third. Maybe a chance for a last shot. Alberto down to Tucha. 5 seconds. Oh, that is directly stopped by Sobieski at the buzzer. Oh, brother.
At the end of the third quarter, with the score.
Don Popovich to the field. Ready to jump into the air, but Sobieski was there. So that's the end of the third quarter from the Nassau Coliseum. With the score, the Pittsburgh Spirit 4, New York Arrows 2.
This Bud's for the men who took the Andrea Doria treasure back from the sea.
There are to shop.
Or equaled.
When I'm not making music with the Charlie Daniels Band.
Third of the Coliseum, 2 o'clock with the Kansas City Comets. Call 516-692-7769 for information. Philadelphia Fever coming up on Friday, January 8th at 8 p.m. And then the Rockets against the Arrows on Sunday, January 10th at 2 in the afternoon. Right here, the plot is thickening, with the Arrows trailing 4-2 as we enter the fourth. Steve Albert along with Roy Messing. And here we go. Steve Jungle has not scored, although he has a couple of assists. Banks it off the boards for Tucha. What the Arrows need here, Roy, is a quickie.
1 goal here, and they're right back in the game. There's no question about it. And we've seen the firepower the Arrows have. They can come back 3-4 goals at a shot.
How unusual it is to see a deuce up on the scoreboard for the Arrows. The average
usually doesn't stay up there very long.
No, they average, what? 5 to 9 goals a game?
Say, folks, 7, 8 goals, sure.
Liverich. So Tucha will look to set it up. Here's Megaludis off the near boards to Strenicer, trying to get the step on Ostalchik. Here's Liverich, has a little room. Liverich shoots wide, rebound in front, but Ostalchik will clear.
That's a Liverich cannon, the left foot. You saw him set it up and take his chance. Hit the glass, but still created a dangerous opportunity.
Terlecki has the hat trick. Terlecki sets it up. His left footer is off the mark on the deflection, and back come the Arrows on the attack. Liverich looking for Steve Jungle, but it is booted away.
This quarter should be a battle for the Pittsburgh Spirit. They played last night. They're going to have to tire a little in the fourth quarter, and the Arrows have to do it all now.
The last time Pittsburgh beat New York, March the 9th, 1979, in overtime. Here comes down Tucha. Oh, a push-string drive is wide. Here's a break for Child. One-on-one. He scores! Paul Child got behind everybody and came in on Shep Messing and made the best of it.
This is what happens in a game like this. The Arrows have to start pressing forward. Both defenders were up. The ball, one simple touch, and Paul Child's in all alone on goal. Shep does his job initially. Right now, he has to protect the goal and force the player wide, and this is what he does. He forces him to the board. At this point, Paul Child, there's not much he can do. The goal's covered, but he does well to cut it back inside, put Shep to the ground, and right under the crossbar. Excellent goal by Paul Child. He took it very well, and he's happy about it. Take a look at a different angle. You see the kind of skill that he has to keep control. Shep comes out and covers the goal. He touches it wide. Now he looks up. He knows he has no goal, so he pulls it to the inside. This shows him much more net, and he gets just a piece of it. Well done. Right under the crossbar. It's a good goal from Paul Child.
Child, a prolific scorer of the NASL, picks up where he left off. His second this afternoon, his 12th of the year, unassisted at 141. It's a 5-2 Pittsburgh lead. 13:01 to go.
5-2, and you think it's a difficult task for the Arrows attackers. But I think Shep's going to see some exposure this half, too, because the defenders are going to have to go forward to exert more pressure on Pittsburgh.
Here's Bill McNichol on the penetration. He shoots. Sliding stop by Shep.
Good save by Shep, and as we saw right away, a good opportunity from Pittsburgh. Not much pressure and a good shot on goal.
In this game, nothing is impossible. 2 goals have been scored within 6 seconds, the MISL record.
Glad I wasn't in goal for that one. Take a look at the replay on the foul. Rico takes the ball. Goes well, pump fake and takes it across, and MacKENZIE takes his body away from the ball, playing the man. Good call by the referee.
Steve Jungle now with the free kick. Gets it over to Katakalides. Drills it wide. Back to Jungle. It is stopped by McNichol off his foot. Again, the Pittsburgh defense doing the job. Don Popovich going wild over at the bench. Don with a record of 86-19. There he is with the Arrows.
Best overall win-loss record in professional sports, Don Popovich.
And 10-1 in playoff activity. Paul Child. Child 1 against 3, breaking through. Shep Messing put it aside. Marco Liete, number 15. Liete with some good ball handling in front. And the grab on the signal, saved by Shep.
What a save, tremendous action, a great ball sent through, and Shep covered up. And then we saw Nicky Megaludis cover on the rebound.
Liete was astray with that sizzling shot.
And it was Dave DeRico who saved the rebound.
Here comes Child again. Pittsburgh really pouring it on. We had mentioned going into the third period that the Arrows outscored their opponents 31-12 in the third, but the Pittsburgh Spirit had other ideas. Here's Bachia. Golden! But it's taken away. Paul Child on the near side, racing with Alberto. Crisscrossing with McNichol. Child. Alberto breaks it up. Here comes Cila. Omar Gomez, number 9. Back to the point, Bachia. Now here's Cila. Luis Alberto looks to set it up. Here's Cila in the corner. Tossed it up to Terlecki. Bill McNichol, who seems to be all over the place this afternoon. Ostalchik.
Pittsburgh is really impressing me with their fitness. You think they begin to tire now, but they're just going forward even more.
Coming off a game against Cleveland just last night in Pittsburgh, winning 2-1. Might be a break for the Arrows, 3 against 2. Here's Cila with Gomez and Jungle. Gomez, back to Cila, he shoots. Saved by Sobieski into the seat.
Good job by Chile. He waited to draw the defender to him, and then took his chance, sent it across to Gomez.
Well, Roy, tonight at the Meadowlands Arena, more indoor soccer action beginning at 7:30. The Rockets take on the Philadelphia Fever, and those in attendance will receive a Rockets team photograph, compliments of the New Jersey Rockets. And then next Saturday, January 2nd at 7:30, the San Diego Chicken will be coming to the Meadowlands to cheer the Rockets out of victory against the Pittsburgh Spirit. Tickets can be obtained through Charge It Ticket, try the Meadowlands box office, or by calling the Rockets office at 201-460-1100.
We're taking a look at the replay on that save by Shep. All alone in front of the goal, and Shep spreads himself. He covers enough of the goal. If you can get that close to the player, he's got no room to shoot, and it hits him in the thigh. Great save.
5-2 Spirit, 10:18 to go in the fourth. Here's Machia. Rolls it in front. Toomey breaks it up. Machia recaptures in the neutral zone. Marked closely by Rob Bernthal, but he got it over to Cila. Off the ricochet, it's Gomez. Alberto shoots. Oh, just off the ball. Rebound comes up, and Bernthal together with Alberto. Bernthal gets it out to the neutral zone. Machia. Alberto bangs it off the board. Here comes Cila racing in. Cut wide to the corner. Off the board for Alberto. Came right off his midsection. Now, Terlecki ahead for Bernthal as the action picks up.
You can see the kind of pressure the New York's exerting, and Pittsburgh's doing the right thing. They're not sitting back. When they win the ball, they go forward.
Sobieski loops it out. Off the ahead of Ostalchik for Terlecki. Terlecki fronted by Machia, who took it away. Machia over to Gomez. Unbelievable. Back to Gomez at the side. Oh, Jungle puts it in. Now we'll see what kind of effect that has as it's a 5-3 ball game. Pittsburgh leading.
What a goal. Omar Gomez, he starts off by missing an open net. Hits it just wide of the post, but he's going to make up for it soon. He wins this ball off a good tackle from Machia. Draws the defender. Now he brings the goalkeeper out. Leaves Jungle on the back post to Krys. Steve doesn't miss from there. We'll see it from a better angle now. Good effort by Gomez. Sends this one just wide of the post. Machia comes in to win this tackle. Very important. Sends it across to Gomez. Watch him bring the defender out. Now brings the goalkeeper to the near post. Steve is at the back post. Goal, New York. It's a different ball game now.
His 32nd, Roy, at 5:47 from Omar Gomez, and it's a 5-3 Pittsburgh lead. Playing the New York zone, but not for long. Paul Kitson, who scored 4 times against Pittsburgh last Friday night, looking and banging.
It gets rougher along the boards. Wasn't too serious. We'll get a better look at it now. On the replay, Paul Kitson comes in, and you'll see Tucci realizes he's in trouble. Tucci comes in to help, and this is where the foul occurs. That's the old sandwich play.
Great camera work down low. Our director, Bill Webb, handling the controls. Marco Liete had to take the brunt of that situation on the hard check by Paul Kitson. Shep looks to ignite the attack. Jungle, who just scored. Here's Steve down to Kitson. Kitson cutting to his left. Behind Jungle. Jungle was breaking toward the goal. 8:17. Time becoming a factor. Tucha gets it back from Child. Arrows trail by 2. Luis Alberto setting it up. Kitson. Nobody home.
Now we see that Pittsburgh is beginning to tire. They are sitting back. They let the Arrows clear the ball, and then they wait for him to come at them.
This is where the conditioning really pays off. Paul Kitson flips it back to Tucha. Jungle is on the other side. Waiting for the move. Tackled by O'Hara. Good play by O'Hara.
We see Jungle sitting back a little. He's trying to give himself some space so he can go out a man, take him on, and get behind him.
O'Hara, the University of Pittsburgh product. Charles. It hit the post and ricocheted in, and that is a huge goal. 6-3 Pittsburgh.
Ever so important for the Pittsburgh Spirit to pick up a goal here. Does an excellent job. You see that he's a man open. Mickey's at the back post trying to protect. Excellent goal. Hits the post, back to the other side of the net, and in. Shep had come out. He was trying to spread himself to cover as much goal as possible, but he takes it well. No room at all. Hits the back post and in the back of the net. Very important for the Pittsburgh Spirit to be up 3 with 7 minutes left.
2 hat-tricks in this game, Roy. That's Child's 13th of the year.
Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 14
Child and Terlecki with hat-tricks in this ball game. 7:42 the time. Marco Liete picked up the assist. 6-3 Pittsburgh. Here's Paul Kitson tangled up by Toomey in the corner. Out it comes down to Dorico. Dorico maneuvers for position, finds Strenisher. Strenisher cuts right, shoot. Now Kitson all over again. Katakalitis. Marked closely by Berthal. Strenisher tries to help out. Kitson back to Strenisher. Katakalitis boots it over to Dorico. Dorico closing in against Terlecki and Ostalchik, and they took it away. One man back, Katakalitis, 2-on-1. Here's Terlecki. Ostalchik scores. 7-3 Spirit. So Pittsburgh pouring it on.
You see David trying to come forward, trying to create opportunities for New York. Just can't control the ball. He's going through two men. Terlecki wins the ball and goes forward. Now he does a pretty good job getting it to the open man. Draws the defender, slots it in. Shep goes to cover to their post, just falls to tie him on the left hand. See from a different angle. Terlecki does a good job. He waits. It's an even-up opportunity now, but he waits for his teammate to get into a better position, draws the defender to him, and now he's all alone with Shep. Difficult situation. Takes it well near post goal.
Big day for Stan Terlecki. 3 goals and an assist. As Gregor Stalchik was set up by Stan to make it 7-3. Stalchik with his second of the year. 6 minutes to go. And a 4-goal Pittsburgh lead. Now here's Paul Childs, who scored the hat-trick earlier. McNichol, slap save by Shep. A tough afternoon for Shep Messing. The pressure continued. Headed out by Strenisher, but kept going by O'Hara.
This is what we said might happen. The Arrows had to press forward to get goals, and it leaves Shep open in the back.
O'Hara plays it around the boards to safety, where Sobieski has it. Marco Liete assisting on Child's goal a few minutes ago. And MacKenzie plays it into the New York zone past Child. It's going to be chased down by Cila. MacKenzie doing a fine job against Jungle. Now here's Liberty. Runs into the corner with O'Hara. O'Hara works it free. Strenisher is there for the Arrows. Cila. The shot by Strenisher, stopped by Sobieski. O'Hara and Strenisher battle. Jungle looks to help out. Rolls it over to Strenisher. He finds Liberty. Cila's open. Here's Renato.
They'll have to be careful. They've left the man open in the back. And now we'll see the ball. Can't get it to him. Paul Child was all alone up front waiting for the ball.
And that is exactly how he scored that previous goal. Rico looking for Jungle in front. Again, it was picked off by O'Hara. Pressure from Alberto. 4:05 left. 7-3 Pittsburgh. And Alberto and MacKenzie both go down.
That's a foul on Luis. And you see, this is what a true professional is. Luis Alberto, under pressure, comes in fighting for the ball.
Reminder, the Arrows back in action at Sunday, January 3rd, here at the Nassau Coliseum at 2 o'clock. Take on the Kansas City Comets. And then coming up the following Friday, January the 8th, and Sunday, January the 10th. 2 more ball games. First on Friday, the Arrows challenging the Philadelphia Fever starting at 8 p.m. And on Sunday, January 10th, the New Jersey Rockets are on hand. Tickets available at the Nassau Coliseum box office. Tickets are by calling the Arrows ticket office at 516-NY-ARROW, 516-692-7769. This seat's still available.
Number 2, Dave MacKenzie.
Let's take a look at this. We've had 2 2-minute fouls called after the play.
2 minutes each.
There's a foul by Dorico. I'm not sure that's what he called. I think there was an altercation between Jungle and MacKenzie after the play. Steve felt there was an unnecessary foul, and something happened. Both men are in the box. Both men playing a man off the field.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, the call. A good cutting move, feeds Toomey, and Shep came out to make the save.
Good save by Shep, spread himself to cover the goal.
Look at Kitson move. Oh! He goes flying on a check by O'Hara.
It'll be a 2-minute penalty, Steve. Checks him into the boards. We'll see the foul now. Steve Kitson, lots of speed going forward, and this is a desperation foul. comes in, full body check, sends him off the ball. That's a 2-minute foul. Let's take a look just before that. Shep made an excellent save. Started out as a one-on-one breakaway, but Paul Toomey comes in as the second runner. Cade holds the ball and then sends it across. Shep knows he has to cover the goal. He thinks Paul's going to the back post. Paul goes to the near post, and Shep lands it there to cover.
So now, Roy, it'll be a 4-on-3 situation with 3:16 to go. Give us a chance once again to say hi to Debbie Luciani, who's recovering from an automobile accident, the daughter of John, who is the Arrows owner. I'm sure they're sweating this one out right here as you look at John O'Hara and Dave MacKenzie in the Pittsburgh penalty box, and Steve Jungles on the other side.
So this will put the New York Arrows up for 48 seconds. Actually, they'll be up a full 2 minutes. In 48 seconds, 2 more players will come on the field, Jungle and MacKenzie. So it'll be 4-on-3 for the first part of the penalty, and then 5-on-4.
Don Popovich, head coach of the Arrows, looking for some magic right here. All right, Alberto banks it off the boards. Tuchka back to Luis. Val, Tuchka. The open man, Alberto. 4 against 3. Tuchka. Oh, off the post on a deflection. Kitson tries to round it. Tickles into the goal piece and out. He can't come up closer.
Another foot it was in.
Alberto makes it 7-4 with 2:51 on the clock. An advantage goal for Luis Alberto. Boy, they worked hard for that one.
They did, but they did it the right way. You have to, on a 4-on-3, you wait and you wait until you have the open man. And it's going to happen sooner or later. We see the ball come out after some intense action in front of the goal. Paul Kitson slots it across. Now Luis is waiting on the far post. Ball will be sent across by Tuchka. Now he waits, throws the defender in. And Luis, as the goalkeeper comes across the goal, spins the ball in the back post, hits the back post, and in the goal.
Alberto's 9th, a bad advantage goal from Tuchka.
You see Tuchka pull his ball in. This opens up that slide. He doesn't have much room. Look at him slot it in. Luis hits it first time as the goalkeeper's all his momentum is coming from right on your screen to left, and Luis goes across the grain to the back of the goal. There's nothing the goalkeeper can do. Excellent time. Excellent goal by Alberto.
So little Luis would like to see 3 more to send this thing into overtime.
That was a man advantage goal. It brings 1 player out of the box, but there's still 2 left in, so we're playing 4 against 4.
Jungle has 40 seconds. O'Hara has a minute 25 right now. Gomez. Oh, it's just wild. Can you imagine?
Hit the post.
On the attack now is Ostalchik. Tackled off the play by Gomez, but Herb Silva, the referee, says illegally done.
Good effort by Gomez. He makes a full-field run to catch up. Take a look at it here. He's come from midfield, good speed, gets a touch of the ball, but at the same time, he sends Ostalchik down to the turf.
So the direct free kick as a result. Terlecki sends it to Toomey in the corner. Loose in front as Shep Messing dives on top. 2:18 to go, 7-4, Pittsburgh. Each team down a man. Here's Tuchka getting around. Ostalchik plays it up the boards, but right through the crease. Kitson for Tuchka. Oh, it's for Gomez. He couldn't get a foot on it. Off balance. 2 opportunities in the last few seconds.
Take a look at it again. This is what Sobieski has to do. He just barely gets a hand on it to smother it.
Back live, a shot by Alberto, and it's stopped by Sobieski.
Jungle has come out of the box, so now they're playing a man up.
26 seconds left on O'Hara's penalty. As Alberto came together with Terlecki, let's see for the call.
It's going to go against the New York Arrows.
Yep.
You see Terlecki come in. Alberto gets the ball. And then, I don't see the foul. Oh, I see. After, comes across, swings a foot, and gets the back of Terlecki.
So the indirect free kick as a result of that infraction by Luis Alberto. A minute 36 to go in the 4th, 7-4 Pittsburgh. Terlecki will do it. up for the seats.
All out of play on Pittsburgh, New York Arrows. Goal kick in.
Not much New York can do now. They're down 7-4, but it's nice to see the crowd reacting as they are. Tremendous atmosphere here in the Nassau Coliseum, supporting the New York Arrows right down to the buzzer.
All right, Val Tuccia now with a minute and a half remaining. 3-goal difference. Gomez. Kitson has a chance. In front for Jungle. Back to Kitson. And it is knocked out of there. 1:16 and counting. There is out. And Pittsburgh back at full strength. Looking for Jungle again. Now here's Tuccia. The shot by Gomez is off.
Last minute of play in the fourth quarter. Last minute of play in the fourth.
Now here's Kitson over to Tuccia. And again, the Pittsburgh defense rising to the occasion. Beautiful move by Terlecki, flying past Tuccia. Terlecki closing in with Child in front, cleared by Tuccia.
A lot of credit to Luis Alberto. Took the pass alley away from him, and he had to go to the boards.
35 seconds to go. Here's Tuccia using the shoulder fakes. Paul Child. And 18 seconds remaining. The Pittsburgh Spirit all standing over by their bench, ready for celebration with the upset of the season in the MISL. 5 seconds to go. Shep Messing with the ball. And that's going to do it. The Pittsburgh Spirit, led by goalkeeper Krys SOBIESKI, and there's Coach John Kowalski, a very happy man, have stunned the New York Arrows on the road. The final score, the Pittsburgh Spirit 7, the New York Arrows 4. We'll come back with a final word on today's game right after these messages.
Okay, everybody. What do you say we make it Michelob Light for the winner? Gentlemen, yeah. Without a reservation.
Would like to make you a hometown hero, and it's fun and easy. If you're between 8 and 12, just register at a participating Arby's.
Prevented.
So the New York Arrows lose their first game at home since last February 13th, falling to the Pittsburgh Spirit this afternoon by the score of 7-4. And Roy Messing, a big day for a couple of guys. Stan Terlecki and Paul Child, they each had the hat trick.
Tremendous day for both these players, and a credit to the whole Pittsburgh team. They came in here, they felt they could beat the Arrows, and they got the job done. They forced the Arrows to come forward and exposed them in the back, and when they got their chances, they took them well.
Steve Jungle with a goal and 2 assists. And in the fourth quarter, quickly, Jungle scored his 32nd from Gomez. Child got the hat trick with his 13th from Liete. Ostalchik with his second from Terlecki, who had 3 goals plus the assist. And Alberto scored his 9th on the man advantage from Tuccia to make the final count 7-4. So the Arrows now 8-2. The Spirits 7-3. Now they are just a game behind the New York Arrows, making things interesting in that division. So coming up a week from today, it's the Kansas City Comets in town to take on the Arrows at 2 p.m. Once again, the final score here this afternoon, the Pittsburgh Spirit 7 and the New York Arrows 4. The New York Arrows have been brought to you by Michelob Light and